Hello there again, YouTube. I have another concept I've been thinking about a lot is folding your brain. Now, when intelligent people come together to express knowledge and give information to each other, are they actively engaging in folding their brain? When intellectual conversation is happening between two people, are they both simultaneously using that vibration, resonancy, whatever it is, to fold their brain? And is that why it's so important to bring intelligent and smart people together so that we can collectively keep folding our brains instead of trying to be all smooth brain, man? It seems that that's what's happening when you engage in intellectual conversation, when you exchange data and knowledge, because that should be what communication is meant for. It shouldn't be about just trying to sound as nice as possible or trying to say things that are just going to sound good to the ears and are pleasing and will set off serotonin. It should be about conveying data, information, so that the human species as a whole can thrive and function a lot better. But I feel like we're no longer using language as a means to communicate data to each other, and we're using it more so as tribal signaling. You can notice with language and tribalism, the way that people talk will sometimes show them be certain little buzzwords that can tell you what tribe they're part of. There's been a lot of words going around, especially this election. I've noticed this. Words like rhetoric, people keep repeating that word a lot. It seems like people just learned what the word rhetoric means, but if you say the word rhetoric, it's signaling that you're watching a certain type of media, you're watching a certain type of, you're getting your news from somewhere. It's just like the word, like the word narrative, also. That's another word that keeps popping up, as if a narrative has nothing to do with the truth, it's just about what sounds good. Truth should be valued over everything. That's just coming from my perspective. Shouts out to England and Japan for that shit. But society is not truthful anymore. We don't tell the truth. We lie more than we tell the truth nowadays, and language is used as tribal signaling. You could say for also the word cuck. That word is obviously a signaling word. When you hear somebody say that word, you just know kind of where their sense of humor is coming from. What other words? There's a few other ones floating around out there that have been picked up by people, and I think when you change the way people talk and the words that they use, you change the way they think, because we do think in words. We do think in images and concepts, but words are what allow us to access those images and concepts. So we do think in words, but we do also think in just pure archetypal concepts, like Jung said, or whatever fucking vague knowledge I have. And I wish tribalism wasn't such a big thing. I really wish that people weren't as tribal as they are. But noticing that language has turned into identifying one's culture and one's tribe instead of just purely about expressing data and information to help all our brains fold together, it's just become about tribalism. And I fear as if we're devolving as a species. Our IQ, Victorian England had an IQ of 115. The average American IQ is now about 100, and it's going to keep decreasing more so over time. There's probably a lot of factors to it. It's probably we have such great technology, but we're not using it for its intended purpose. We're using it as a distraction instead of something to further educate us and further help us understand the world. There's just a lot of different things happening under the surface. There's always things happening under the surface, even with words and language. Never pay attention to what somebody says and pay attention to what they mean. Body language can be very revealing. Somebody can be speaking as if they're on your side, but they may have the body language where their fists are clenching up or they're tightening up, and they may be saying one thing, but their body language can be revealing. So the point that somebody's body language is basically saying they want to kill you. Maybe that's a little too far for looking into personality traits, stuff like that, but we still have a reptilian brain, we still have an id. You will notice that from time to time. If you open your eyes to the reality of the world, you notice that territorialism is very alive and well. Life is pretty much just a power struggle. Human beings trying to get power over other human beings, and this is where I take a Christian sidestep with this, is the people who want power over other human beings ultimately will not have power. I don't know why it's that way, but the meek will inherit the earth. Those who are not trying to have power over other people, they won't have power, because if you lust after power, you don't get power. The only power goes to those who do not want it. And that's really all everything is. If you just kind of pay attention to what's going on, and use your own brain, read a lot of books, just a lot of stuff. It's just all, everything at the end of the day does have its roots in our hunter-gatherer DNA. We still are tribal human beings. Power is pretty much the game in life, and yeah, it's, if you understand what I mean, or if you understand these psychological concepts, or you can help me understand them more, please fucking comment, or whatever. This is Reality Tunnels, signing the fuck out.